Hey, I'm Ted Vieira, and in this video I want to do something I would normally never want to do, and that is talk about and even recommend gear that I've never owned, never shot with, and have never even held in my hand. And today that obviously would be the Fuji X-T2, right? Big day for Fuji. Big day for everyone who's been waiting for this camera. We all knew it was coming. We all pretty much knew the features and its specs. A lot of leaks, right? A lot of leaking going on about this camera. But even up until this release, I've heard some photographers thinking or asking, is it going to be worth it if you already shoot with an X-T1? Is it going to be worth it to upgrade to an X-T2? And the answer to that question is just like every other question about photography gear, and that is, it depends on you. You know, what are your needs? What are your wants? What's your budget? So I can only talk about what I would do and why I would do it, right? So a little backstory. This is my X-T1, and I love this camera. This was the first Fuji camera. It wasn't the first Fuji camera that put Fuji on my radar. That was my X100 back in 2011. But this was the first Fuji camera that made me feel confident about moving from a full-frame DSLR system over to Fuji as my primary camera system. And so I did switch over. I picked this up actually just last September or October, I think. I picked up the X-T1, started shooting with it. I did all my professional work, which is primarily headshots, boudoir, portraiture, some product photography, that kind of stuff. I was shooting all that. I was doing a lot of street photography with it. I loved this camera. Now, within a few months, the X Pro 2 came out, and I did upgrade to that, right? So I've been enjoying shooting with that. That's actually a better fit for me than the XT series. But if the X-T1 was still my primary camera and the X-T2 comes out, would I switch? Yes. In a heartbeat. I wouldn't even want to wait till, what is it, September? I'd want to have it now. And here's the reasons why. It's pretty simple. You know, I have been shooting with the X Pro 2 for the last few months, so I've been enjoying that new sensor, the new processor, and the joystick. And if those were the only three upgrades that this camera got, I would still do it. I would still do it because I love having the extra resolution, the faster processing speed, and the joystick is simply a blessing, right? It is such an important addition to these new cameras. Even if that was all it was, I would still switch. And what else? It's got like the 4K video. Not a big thing for me because I don't do a lot of video stuff. But I've seen the clips. The stuff just looks gorgeous, right? I got the dual card slot. Always a good thing. You know, the EVF in the X-T1. Beautiful, huge, brilliant, right? That's one thing I did miss going to the X Pro 2 was the size of the viewfinder, the electronic viewfinder. And the one in the X-T2 is supposed to be even better. Wow. The autofocus tracking system looks pretty amazing, right? That looks very cool. I don't really need that because I don't do continuous stuff. I'm not that kind of photographer. Everything that I shoot is pretty much, it's standing still. It's posed. It's, you know, except for street photography. It might be nice, but I'm using more manual focus for that these days. Anyway, so yeah, would I switch? Yes, yes I would. And I can easily recommend that for anyone who's got an X-T1 and you've got the budget and you want that boost in the power and the file resolution. It's gorgeous stuff. And I could with a good heart and a clear mind, whatever, recommend the X-T2. I haven't ever shot with it, but it's a Fuji X-T2, right? So that's my recommendation. If you've got an X-T1 and you don't need bigger file sizes on your computer, you don't need that extra resolution, and you're having a great time with your X-T1, keep that, right? Unless you just got money, you know, you need to get rid of and buy the X-T2. But if you're having a great time with the X-T1, this is an amazing little camera. And I was covering my pro gigs with this. I love this camera. So the X-T1, still an awesome camera, and you could probably find some great deals on it now with the X-T2 coming out. Anyway, hey, I'm Ted Vieira. If you have any questions, let me know. I'm just like all of you guys, though. I don't have an X-T2, but I can answer anything I can, and I will see you in the next video. Okay, thanks.